Life Audio.
Welcome to the Crosswalk Devotional. We're glad to have you listening with us. Today's topic is how to trust God to help us with situations we can't change on our own. We'll return with the devotional after a brief message from our sponsors.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love, because helping you put your faith into action is at the heart of what we do. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while paying for overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is an alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to health insurance with a biblical solution. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
God can do what we can't do. Written and read by Whitney Hopler. Jesus replied, "What is impossible with man is possible with God." Luke 18:27 NIV. I've been praying every day and night for many months about a job situation for a family member that's incredibly important. My family and friends have all been praying regularly for the same situation. Despite our prayers, however, the situation hasn't changed yet. It's frustrating because there's nothing that any of us can do ourselves to change this situation. Only God can do it. So all we can do is keep praying and keep trusting God to answer our prayers. It's painful for me to wait for God to act on this, since it's something we need very much, and the uncertainty is stressful. But it's impossible for me to do anything else other than pray and trust, or just give up. So I'm choosing to keep asking God for help until his answer arrives. Jesus' words in Luke 18:27 have encouraged me a lot during this time. I believe that God can do anything, even what's impossible for me and the others who are praying with me. While I wait for God's answer, my faith can grow stronger, since I know that I must completely rely on God instead of on myself or on anyone else for this. We can't always change our circumstances, but God can. God can do what we can't do. What are you facing right now that feels impossible? Maybe it's a difficult relationship, a financial struggle, or a health crisis. We've all been in a situation where we've done everything we can and it's still not enough. We've tried to make change happen, but we've hit a wall. It's easy to feel hopeless and discouraged in impossible situations. But this verse reminds us that our limitations don't limit God. When we're at the end of our own abilities, we're in a position to let go and let God take over. When we pray for situations where we can do absolutely nothing ourselves, our faith is tested. We have to surrender our need to control the outcome and trust that God will do what we can't. Our first instinct is often to try harder when we face a problem that seems too big to solve. We make a plan and get to work, doing our best to make a solution happen no matter what. But Jesus calls us to take a different approach. Jesus invites us to come to him first and to trust that he will work to meet our needs in ways we can't even imagine. Prayer should be our first response, not our last resort. When we face a situation we can't change, we need to pray something like this with humility. Lord, I've done all I can, and it's not enough. I'm giving this to you, and I'm trusting you to do what only you can do. When we pray like this, we're not just asking God for a favor, we're declaring our faith in God's power. So what's one situation that seems impossible that you've been carrying on your own lately? Whatever it is, surrender it to God in prayer right now. Trust that God can do what you can't. Your weakness is actually an opportunity for God's strength to shine. God is a God of miracles, and you can rely on Him to do the impossible. Intersecting faith and life. As you consider how important it is to trust God to help you with situations you can't change, reflect on these questions. What's one impossible situation you're facing right now that you need to give to God? How does it make you feel to know that God can do what you can't? What does it mean to truly surrender a problem to God? What would it look like for you to make prayer your first response, not your last resort, in an impossible situation? Further reading: Matthew 19:26, Jeremiah 32:17, Philippians 4:13, 2 Corinthians 12:9, Luke 1:37.
The Crosswalk Devotional is a production of Life Audio and Salem Media. If you liked what you heard today, please take a second to rate and review this podcast in your favorite podcast app so that more listeners like you can find the show. For more faith-filled, inspirational podcasts, visit us at lifeaudio.com.
Is life feeling chaotic? I get it. I'm Rachel Wojo, host of the Untangling Life podcast. Don't miss the passionate encouragement and faith-based resources you need to help you clear your head and calm your heart. As Shell says, it feels like Rachel always knows what I need to hear. She keeps it real and is so humble. Her podcast is just the cherry on top. Enjoy Untangling Life with Rachel Wojo on lifeaudio.com or your favorite podcast app now.